Thank you, Kim and Cami. My name is Larry Gonzalez, and welcome to Big Time Paranormal. I am your host for this part of this segment, and we have a lot to cover. So let's get some news out of the way. One of the things that happened is that perhaps that you've seen some of the video or some of the photographs when the president went to Israel to give a talk. And in the background, there appeared to be what looked like what a lot of people would call a shapeshifter. And I've seen the picture. It looks bald. It looks like it has no nose, kind of gray. I'm not sure what to make of it. If it's just the angle or if it's something more than that. I know that there's always been rumors that UFOs and the White House has gone back all the way to Eisenhower. So who knows? It could be interesting if we found out that they really have bodyguards from outer space. The next one is a little bit on the, like I said, a lot of it's more fluff, but it's still pretty interesting. The one that's probably the most serious of the stories is the Shroud of Turin. Many of you that have heard of it know that it's supposed to be the cloth, the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. And I know there's a lot of controversy because people say it was actually a fake because some of the carbon dating would showed it centuries old, younger. From what I understand, the cloth was in a fire and it had to be repaired at one time in, I believe it was France. So did they take that piece of fabric from the younger fabric and carbon dated that? I don't know. But to get back to the story, it's going to make a rare appearance on Easter Sunday, which has already passed for you guys. It hasn't been seen in 30 years. And the Catholic Church is bringing this out. I know that I've seen the pictures. It's just amazing. So if you're not familiar with it, look for Shroud of Turin on the internet. There's plenty of pictures or video on it. So check it out. It's pretty interesting. Now the next one I think is rather humorous. There was a gentleman who had been hit by lightning 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. And he actually survived. So he's a 20-year-old man, and the local doctor, not MD, but tribe doctor, he had recommended that this young man would be buried up to his neck in dirt to allow all the electrical attraction in his body to be absorbed into the earth, which would cure him. I'm not saying any more than that. Now, the other story that I find pretty interesting is the fact that there's a lot of things going on in North Korea at the moment, and it does look bad. It really does. What the future holds, I don't know, but it is looking bad. But let's see if we can find a story that's actually rather humorous. The story that I have found had to do with researchers. Now this is reported from North Korea's newspaper, their official newspaper. They're free press. They recorded that the scientists have found the lair of the unicorns. Yeah. They had been talking about this over there I know it's kind of interesting that it comes from North Korea. This is also the place where the newspaper had recorded that Kim Jong-il shot a 38 under par, including 11 holes in one, on his first try. Wow! Tiger was, oh well, Mr. Ill is gone. He was ill. He also was reported, now this is the father, not the son that's running the country now, that he had finally actually came up with a cure for hunger in this country, because there's been a lot of starvation there. And it's called the double bread with meat. I think McDonald's must have ripped that off from him. Just saying. The other news that we have has to do with outer space, or UFOs, I should say. There was a sighting of a UFO in Manitoba. The witness was reported to MUFON, and he had described that he was walking his parents' dog near their farm when he saw this plane. Looked like it was approaching him at low altitude, and there seemed to be something gray above it and so on. One other report about UFOs. The reporting on UFOs is down 36%. It seemed that there's been a big drop-off. The summer of 2012 was at its height, and I don't know if it's people are just not reporting it. From what I understand, that a lot of people who do see UFOs don't report it, so they don't get recorded. And so I think it's, I want to say, I heard it was like 1% of the sightings that get reported, so it's very low. So what does 36% mean? Is there less people reporting it because they're afraid of ridicule? I don't know. We should keep an eye on that. Now, last week I had talked about in Africa there was two gentlemen who claimed that their private parts disappeared. So I kind of thought it would be kind of nice to kind of balance it for the women. And the women are going to go, oh my gosh, and cross their legs. This happened in the UK. There was a baby born. His name was George King, born at 15 pounds, 7 ounces. That's a huge baby. No one expected it to be that big, according to the report. They had no idea, and apparently, from what I understand, it was delivered naturally. That poor woman. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. But the report came out about 3 weeks after the birth. Congratulations to the couple, but that's still a huge baby. Okay, that is it for some of the news. Upcoming conventions. We spoke last week about some new ones, and we're going to cover some that's also going to be happening pretty soon now that we're getting close to entering. Well, actually, when you see this, we will be in April. So the Ozark Paracon is the April 6th, and this is in Springfield, Minnesota. They ask if you could bring 2 cans of food or dry goods for the Ozark food harvest, and part of the ticket sales will go to Shrine Children's Hospital, a very worthy cause, to say the least. I'm glad that there's groups out there trying to make a difference in the community. So heads up for that one, and I hope it's a success. The next one is the Paranormal Awards Entertainers 2013. And this is on April 13th at the Merrimack Valley Railroad Station in Northfield, New Hampshire. The conference is from 9 in the morning to 5 p.m. and the presentations of the awards are from 7 to 10 in the evening. The winners, if I can get the names and so on, I'll make sure to post it and mention some of the bigger winners here on the show. They must have forgot me. Anyway, the next one, a lot of you that are fans of Mark and Debbie Constantino, they, of course, you've seen them on Ghost Adventures and other shows, especially their EVP experts. And they're putting on a con called Con 6, April 20th, 21st at Pinehurst, Spring City, Pennsylvania. So if you're big fans of theirs, make sure that you look that up. And maybe you can get a few photographs with them. It'll be fun. And make sure you post them on Big Time Paranormal on Facebook. The next one is the Tri-Valley Parafest, April 27th. This is at a place called The Nest. It's at Fostoria, Ohio. Tickets are $8 for the adults, $5 for children, which is actually a pretty good bargain considering that I've seen some conventions, their tickets are quite high, but it's nice to see that prices are kept low. This is also, I've been reporting about this, a very intimate conference. It's 20 people only, and this is in Reading, Pennsylvania, from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Overlook Mansion event. Come join us. The event includes a full 7-hour investigation with Spirit Paranormal. And $60 will get you dinner, dessert, and some water to drink. And then, of course, the investigation afterwards until I believe it was 1 or 2 in the morning, I believe it was. But that, 1 a.m. So that sounds pretty fun. The, excuse me, the St. Albans Sanatorium and Rockford, Virginia. Some of the people from Ghost Hunters and Ghost Hunters International is going to be there. It's on April 26th through April 29th. It looks like a pretty good sized one. So if you're fans of either one of those shows on Sci-Fi, this is an opportunity for you to go and meet them. I know that the people that have them under contract has them appearing in different places, and we'll try to let you know where they're at, where these people are at. The Lower Catskills Paracon, May 3rd and 4th at the Stanley Hotel. And I've said it over and over again. Everybody knows the history of the Stanley Hotel. It's one of those places that any ghost hunter or anyone into paranormal would love to go do an investigation there. So that's, again, the date was, again, May 3rd and 4th. The next one is called the Paranormal Muster. Not mustard, muster. And this is Haunted Fort Wayne, Detroit, Michigan, May 4th. It's an all-day event from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. So you have that one in Detroit. Haunted Arizona. This is Bisbee, Arizona, June 7th, 9th, with Chip Coffey and Ben Henson from Sci-Fi's Fact or Faked. So I know that I would love to meet Chip Coffey one day. I hope to meet him. I find him to be a very interesting person. Also now we have the Paralab, June 22nd, at the Pasadena Playhouse. Now this is a new one I haven't reported before. So this is at the Pasadena Playhouse, Pasadena. Brett Griffith from Ghost Hunters on Sci-Fi is scheduled to make an appearance. I don't know if anyone else has signed on yet. That is, again, June 22nd at the Pasadena Playhouse. The next one is the Iowa Paracon at Farrar Schoolhouse. That's Farrar, Maxwell, Iowa. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble saying Iowa. July 19th and 20th. I had to record it like 4 times. The Booth brothers are going to make an appearance there, and Johnny Hauser from Ghost Labs and Ghost Adventures, he's going to be there as well. Anyway, the next one is the Eastern State Penitentiary in Red Fort, Virginia, July 19th through the 22nd. And you have, again, this is the same people from Ghost Hunters. Brett Griffith, Amy Bruni, and Chip Coffey is going to make an appearance there. So that'll be a lot of fun. Now this one I spoke about before because it's free. August 9th through 11th is the first annual IPRG Ghost Conference. Trolley Square Building, 117 South 9th Street, Claudwell, Idaho. So again, that's right around my budget. Free. I love free. Anyway, the next one is Mid-South Paranormal Convention. Now this is it's a monster convention. It's August 3rd and 4th at the Ramada Plaza at 9700 Bluegrass Parkway, Louisville, Kentucky. And I've seen the flyer for it. It's going to be huge. They're constantly adding new people to it. So keep an eye on that one. The next one is Parafest 2013 at the Sands Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. September 6th, 7th, 8th. Again, this one looks like a real good one. I've seen that it not only does it have people from the paranormal field, but it also has some people that do some actors from movies and television shows, amongst others. So that looks like a real fun one. The next one is Ghost Hunting. And this one is the Octagon Hall, Franklin, Kentucky, September 14th. It is hosted by KGB, Kentuckiana Ghost Hunters. Meet and greet at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. Investigation starts at 7 to 1 a.m. We also have the PS 2013, October 17th through the 20th at the Hilton Doubletree Park Place, Minneapolis, Minnesota. This one again is a kind of, it's not exactly your typical paranormal convention. It's actually a kind of readdressing the history of mankind. Is it what we were always told in school? You know, whether you believe in Darwinism or if you believe the story in the Bible, they're saying that mankind goes back further, and we might have gone through multiple phases of civilizations. So if you are into that, that would be really fun. And that is it for the conventions. The next thing that we're going to talk about is, usually I talk about a book like last week, or a movie and so on. But this time I just want to talk to you guys for a few minutes. On the very first show, I spoke about how Worldwide Paranormal Network and Big Time Paranormal is on the same page as far as the unification of teams and ideas. The paranormal field is about unity, about people working together. I have seen teams fight within each other and break up, and it's not necessary. I have seen people in teams cling on to their area, and they don't want to share different locations that might be interesting to another group. To me, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian. Doesn't matter if you're Christian, Jewish, Hindu, Muslim, Wiccan, we're all trying to find answers. We're all trying to help people. We're always trying to find the ultimate answer, which is what is after here. The idea that we have something in common is what drives the paranormal field. This is what I enjoy, and this is why I'm doing this. Big Time Paranormal on Facebook is about all religions, all ideas. I always demand respect on Big Time Paranormal. And if you go on there and if you say something is fake, I want you to not only say why it's fake, but be respectful. We always got to remember too that when we see photographs or video or audio on stuff, we sometimes like to say, oh, that's fake. First, I always have to remember one thing. I wasn't there. I didn't video it. I didn't take the picture. I wasn't the witness for what they saw and recorded. So it would be wrong for me to sit there and judge that they're faking it. So with that being said, remember that we're all trying to get to the same goal. Oh, there's one other thing. There's also a lot of controversy about people doing it for fame. There's others that do it very quietly, their investigations. To me, I really don't care what you do. That's your business. I believe somewhere in between is the perfect place. If you're a team, you want your name out there to get other people to go, oh my gosh, there's someone in town that could help us. I didn't even know they were there. That's the good thing about getting your name in the paper or into any kind of broadcast or anything. So remember, we're there for the client. We're there to help them. And I thank you for listening. And if you went to the bathroom while I was talking about this, I don't blame you. The shout out for this week is a Facebook page that I really enjoy. They have really good stuff on history and different ideas as far as what is a haunting, what is EVP, so on, so on. It's called True Paranormal. That's TRU Paranormal. I always go on there and find some of the most fantastic stories and so on, and pictures and so on, and I always take them and put them over on Big Time Paranormal because I just love their site. Great stuff, and that's my shout out for the week. All kidding aside, I hope all of you had a good Easter, and I know the April 1st, April Fool's Day, was yesterday to you guys, so I can't play a joke on you guys. Too bad. I had something special. Anyway, remember, today is your day. Go out and make it happen. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.